Hi everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. Thanks for joining me. I was just shuffling the cards for this is a weekly reading for the week of that begins April 13th, and some cards started flying out, so I thought I would begin the reading. I hope you're all doing well. That earth energy coming up with that Page of Pentacles, and we are moving into Taurus pretty soon, right? Let's take that. Let me know if you guys want anything too much. Anything special for the May readings. I'll start doing those pretty soon. All right, let's get started. So for the week of, I can't believe we're in April, of April 13th. The Fool card at the bottom of the deck. Well, I can see the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, wanting to be free, wanting to just move forward, start something new. So this may come up. People may be doing a lot of soul searching during lockdown and maybe planning, having some more appreciation about life and the simple things in life, and a better appreciation of things, and making plans to do things when this is over. Ways to get out and live more and be more active. Sometimes it's hard to really appreciate things until they're taken away. I guess that's why we do that to kids. I don't know if it works. So I'm doing a modified Celtic cross here. So this is what was on our minds recently and in focus recently, but is starting to fade away. Oh, the Knight of Wands. So I call this the honeymoon period card. So, which, that kind of makes sense. So at first lockdown, we were kind of making the best of it, right? It's new, it's exciting. I don't know if it wasn't exciting, but it's new, something different. So that, and fire energy is very explosive and exciting and quick, and but it could also fizzle out really quickly as well. So any sort of excitement over having to stay home, because I know some people, obviously not if you've lost your job or sick or lost a loved one, but if you're sort of more the person that can work from home and you're stuck at home, at first it was probably, this is cool. I don't have to commute to work and work from home. So that may just be wearing off. Being able to be home with the family, maybe it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means sort of the novelty of it, I guess is the best way to say it, is wearing off. And then, because I always look at this as a relationship card or a starting something new card. There's that honeymoon period, that excitement at the beginning where you just want to eat and sleep and breathe it, and it's just everything you can think about it, and it's rarely sustainable at the intensity, you know what I mean? I'm saying. All right, so what is in focus right now? Wow. This flipped. I saw this card. I didn't see the other one. This flipped out. The Victory card. So there's reason to celebrate this week. What's the other card? Wow. 10 of Pentacles. Maybe people found ways. There were a couple holidays. Easter and Passover? I don't know. Recently, so maybe people found creative ways to get together with their family. Maybe they had virtual gatherings via the internet or something. But there is some sort of win here. So this is recognition. This is also a homecoming. This is being singled out, being praised. You could end up in a newspaper, in company newsletter, and something like that. But I also always like to bring up, when the Six of Rods comes up, to count all the small victories that you have yourself that probably no one even knows. Like, I was hungry. If you're trying to say manage your weight and it's been hard being home with the refrigerator, I literally can look to my left and I'm staring at my refrigerator. Excuse me. Maybe you were able to stay on your diet, or maybe when you did have that gathering with family, you didn't let rude Uncle Chuck get to you because he has completely different political views or something, or you caught yourself in really negative thinking and going into an anxiety spiral, and were able to use some tools and talk yourself through it okay. Whatever it is, lots of times the victories we have are very small and is not something the outside world is going to notice or recognize. So we need to be our own champion, our own recognition system, and give ourselves praise. I worked out 5 times this week. I spent lots of quality time with my child. I got, whatever it is, I let that go with my significant other, because in the grand scheme of things, how they put the fucking toilet paper roll on the thing is not important. We have toilet paper, right? So we're lucky. Counting our wins. It's also showing that this is a time to build a real family legacy, to build memories, to build traditions in some way. It's reaching out to multi-generations. There's a really nice feeling to this week, actually. This could also be, anxiety is kind of akin to excitement, and right, it can be motivating. It's sort of another side of the same coin in some ways. So maybe some anxiety is dying down a little bit. People are starting to get into a groove. We're starting to feel that earth energy of Taurus coming in. Or are we already in Taurus? No, we're in Aries right now. Yeah, we're in Aries right now. And we have, so this card in this position up here is what we want most right now, our highest good. And it's the Page of Pentacles, and I love the picture in this Anna K Tarot. I think it's so perfect, because if you've ever been fishing, so if you've not been fishing, it takes a lot of patience, and a lot of time. A lot of fishing is just being out in nature, being out on the water, and waiting, and being patient, and just being. And that's definitely a time we're in right now. We just have to be. So this page, this earth sign, has learned patience, and it paid off, because they caught a pentacle, right? So they caught that fish, but they've probably been down here many, many days fishing for hours at a time, and it finally paid off. So that earth energy of, I don't even want to say short-term loss, because it's not necessarily a loss. It's just a lack of instant gratification. So being able to defer that instant gratification for a long-term goal, that is the essence of the suit of pentacles. They move slowly and methodically, and know that if they just keep putting one foot in front of the other, that over time they will see results. So this is very easy analogy to use with exercise. Start putting one foot in front of the other, and don't get discouraged if in a month you're not down 40 pounds. But if you keep that up for months, and you're able to, you will start seeing results. The payoff will come, but it's just not something that can happen instantly. And that's very apropos to what's going on in the world right now. You can't rush a fish onto your hook. Okay, this is a card. So these are kind of focus cards. This one was what had been in focus, what's fading. This is what's in focus, and this is what's starting to show on the horizon and maybe coming into focus. I mean, we all have free will, but at this moment in time, so we still have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so more waiting. It's not over yet. So we need to wrap our heads around that and settle into when Taurus energy comes and just really embrace that earth energy. If you're able to, um, if you're not fortunate to live somewhere where you are able to get outside and get in the dirt and do some grounding things, maybe tend to your plants or see if you can order some seeds online and start a few seeds just to get it's just gardening is a very earthy grounding energy, or find ways to connect with the earth and be outside. But he has a choice here. He can sit here and he looks kind of well, it's raining too. He looks kind of pissy and this sucks. So he has a choice. He can sit there and blame everyone else and be pissed and the weather sucks and I can't believe I'm here and I have all these things to do and just fight it. Or he can come to an understanding that, well, I'm here and all I ever said is I wish I wasn't so busy and I hate sitting in traffic, commuting in the morning and blah, 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 and all the things. Now there is this pause. And I just really wanted to take a really deep cleansing breath. To breathe, to slow down. It might be interesting that a lot of us find maybe that busyness is a coping mechanism. So that can be challenging if now we're sitting with ourselves and sitting with our thoughts and sitting with our families. Things could come up that we've sort of ignored because with all the busyness, we've overscheduled ourselves so we can't sit in that. But if you can sit in it, the spiritual lesson behind the Hanged Man is enlightenment, a shift in perspective, a new way of seeing things, a new appreciation for things. And he's going to, hopefully, if he's used this to gain a new perspective in the way I just said, when he gets down, he will approach things and view things very differently moving forward. I'm sorry if you can hear I forgot to turn off my email, so it's dinging. Okay, so we have some interesting cards right here. We got a bonus card. I was only going to pull 2, but these are sort of some overall energies, maybe some future energies. Let's see what this one is. The 7 of Cups. So you may have, like we were just talking, okay, now I have this opportunity, but I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know where to start. Do I want to organize the garage? Do I want to work on that book I've always wanted to write? Do I want, this can almost be an analysis paralysis, even though it's a Cups card. We're having all these ideas and this creative energy, but we are not sure. Excuse me. Where to focus our energy. I don't know why I just yawned over that. Sorry. Oh, we have all Cups cards, which is really interesting because we've had so much earth energy moving into the earth sign and just we're all grounded, right? In a sense, like we can't go anywhere. So we have to address our earth nature. But we have this 7 of Cups. So lots of creative energy. People will say it's scattered energy and your head in the clouds and not being able to pick something. And yes, it can be read that way. I also find it, though, if you are going to be creative, you need this time of dreaming, daydreaming, thinking about things, pondering, having all these ideas. I don't think people just sit down and write a book without having this creative process or create a piece of art or build something or plan something without the creative time first. This is very interesting, 2 cards. So we have the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So this is, I can't deal with you anymore. No, it's not working. This relationship is emotionally taking more from me than it's giving, and that means it's probably not a great match, right? Whereas this is, we are the best match for each other. I always think this 2 of Cups in this deck is very interesting. And I know I heard another tarot card reader say it, bring this to my attention. May have been Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, I can't remember. But she mentioned how they're kind of behind this curtain. They're kind of keeping things hidden. Ooh, on a really mundane, someone could find out someone's been seeing someone else. I hate to say things like that, but that there's a hidden affair. But I almost see it more, not that one of these or both of these people are not available and they're cheating. I see it as not wanting to keep it. Whenever you tell other people about things, you invite yourself in, and I'm the worst about this too. I'm usually very positive, but like, you open yourself up for opinions, and sometimes you just want to keep parts of your life for you, for the 2 of you, for without opening up the comments section for everyone to judge and make comments on your relationship. So there's sort of something that's bringing you joy that maybe you're hiding, or you're starting to talk to someone, or you started online dating and you're not ready to share it with people. This is also a card about, in this deck, to me, it's parents and their kids going off to college, sort of, or going off on their own. So it could just be being worried about children or family members or friends that are sort of off on their own at this time. This is very interesting. I see someone's falling in love during this period, and I see some people are realizing are having to face something in their life, whether it's a relationship, realizing that it's not working, and this time is highlighting that as well. It's gonna really, this is such an interesting period, how it's really forcing people to bring certain things into focus. I read that very interesting article, I think it was in Popular Science, about how the earth is so quiet. So of course we know, like, pollution's calming down, people aren't commuting, there are no planes. We hardly see any planes here anymore. That the earth, there's just ambient noise from people from life, from people moving on the planet, and that has decreased by 30%, I think it was. So much so that seismic measures, like for earthquakes and things like that, they are getting all this new information that they just couldn't hear because it got lost in the background noise of life. So I think we can really apply that to us. What are we having to sit with, good or bad or whatever, it just is what it is. Now that background noise of our busy lives has been forced to just quiet. It's quite an interesting social experiment, and obviously even scientifically experiment that we would never have been able to accomplish otherwise. So, all right, guys, I hope you're doing really, really well. If you have any ideas for some videos you want me to do, leave a comment. I'm totally open to that. And remember, count all your wins, no matter how small, and whether other people even know it or not. You have to be your own biggest advocate and count your own wins. Take care.